Allow me to ask your pardon?
Hot mess in a denim vest. Hot mess in a denim vest. Gen Z slaying a hoop. Gen Z slaying a hoop. 5'3" and a tee. 5'3" and a tee. Blazer and an overthinker. Blazer and an overthinker.
Stop.
Do we need men?
No.
Do you need a man?
No.
Do we need men?
No.
Why?
No.
Do women need men in this world? Do we need men?
No.
Why?
We can be strong, independent women.
They keep whining, the world keeps on moving. That's why they're losing. Guys, the contribution to society, when comparing men and women, isn't even up for debate. The biggest gift feminism has given to civilization, not that anyone should call it that, is a list of complaints so long no library could contain it. And, ironically, nobody would even try, because in the end, there are no solutions to begin with, only countless ways of making life harder for the average Westerner. And although this was encouraged for a long time, facts are facts. While men spent the last century digging ditches, building roads, bridges, schools, hospitals, making medicine, pretty much anything you can think of, the blue-haired chicks of the world were getting meaningless degrees, pushing legislation that made their presence in the workforce almost mandatory. It's been a drain on society. And well, everyone's over it. But before we go any deeper with this video, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to Ladybug64 who shared, when women say chemistry, it means not being good in bed, but if you make enough money, they'll have plenty of chemistry with your bank account. Now that just couldn't be any more true. So thank you for that comment, and don't forget to reach out to my email to claim your $5. As always guys, I'll be picking one comment from each video. Could be the funniest one, the most liked, or just one that stuck out to me. So don't forget to leave a comment, and you could be the very next winner tomorrow. So be sure to hit that like and sub button too, as that helps out the channel a ton, y'all. And also, we got a second channel linked in the description. I'll be posting similar stuff there too, so subscribe to that just in case. Link is right below. Now back to the video.
Embrace your masculinity.
Women tend to be more unhappily married than men.
And 80% of the time, women bring up problems in a relationship.
But 69% of all problems are not solvable.
So if you rely on problems getting solved as an indicator of the success of the relationship, it's not going to look good.
I just felt like running.
If you could be with your boyfriend currently, and I waved a magic wand and I said you can make $1 million a year and never do again, would you?
No.
Okay. Okay.
What? Are you making more than that a year, Molly?
Not yet.
Oh, well then, I mean, aren't you doing that? That's your profession, so I assume you're doing that to make money, correct?
Yeah, 100%. Well, also
But Charlie
I'm
just
doing
has a magical wand. He's got, that's not the wand. He's
For the sake of argument.
He's used the wand. You can make $1 million a year.
Yeah.
You don't have to do, the adult content.
Well, the thing is, I wouldn't have to do it. That would be great, but I would still want to do it. I mean, personally, like, I'm an exhibitionist. I love, like, putting my sexual self out there for other people to see, for other people to, like, you know, touch themselves to, have fun with.
Can I ask you a question? Since you're about presenting yourself to the world, do you have a good relationship with your father?
Okay, here we go.
No, I don't talk to him.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Proud fathers everywhere. Men, as much as this looks like an anecdotal example of feminist extremes, if anyone has this mindset in any region, this is a cultural failure. There's no way in hell anyone would have heard something this disturbing before the advent of social media, let alone before the suffrage movement. And look, you heard the words come out of her mouth. At this point, the money is secondary. If it makes men feel pain, dread, anything negative, it's ultimately a success. She doesn't actually believe that this so-called career gives her purpose or joy. The purpose is derived from avoiding accountability. This is why the feminist West is, and always has been, a snake eating its own tail. Just look at this story written by Angelica Stabile, here called, "Why Do Women Get the Ick from Men?" Experts explain the psychology behind the feeling.
No, really, shit.
In modern dating, the ick is primarily experienced by women and feared by men. The term has gone viral on social media in recent years.
Garbage.
It describes a feeling of disgust towards the actions, appearances, and other characteristics of someone's partner. Some examples of popular icks include people chewing with their mouths open, wearing flip-flops, or tripping over their own feet while walking.
Garbage. Absolute garbage.
The list has narrowed to a more specific set of icks blasted on the internet, including aversions to how men chase after a ping pong ball or even use a debit card instead of a credit card on a date. Wow, they're finally talking about it. It's only been like half a decade, but better late than never, I guess. And before we go any further into this rabbit hole of complete nonsense, people, we already know why this is happening. Just a couple of videos ago, I showed a clip with two women that hit the wall. One talked about how she went out to a restaurant with what she described as a group of qualified, brilliant, beautiful young women, and that she was shocked when all these men around them wouldn't give them the time of day. No way were they going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. Without hesitation, the other woman in the program went into a tirade about how women aren't interested in men these days. They have, quote, bigger fish to fry, or too much ahead of them to consider dating. Not only was this dumb, considering the second woman didn't even understand what had been said, but they skated right over the real development that's been happening over the last decade. Women have icks, because they are the ick, the only valid ick in this equation. They use icks because it's an easy excuse to, again, avoid accountability. It's like if someone never went to law school and then told a lawyer that he could have been in the same situation with the same salary, but he noticed that the system was flawed, so he chose not to take the bar that he would have supposedly passed. Nobody's buying that. You weren't qualified, you did not earn it, you were scared. Scared because somewhere in the back of your mind, you either believed or understood you weren't capable.
During them 10 years, what was you asking for her to do? Because life is a category of experience. If she doesn't know how to do those things, how can you expect her to know how to do those things randomly because you fell off? Like in those 10 years, if you haven't asked that woman to learn how to do something, show her how to do something, she don't know how to do it, then life is a category of experience. This shit is not in the handbook. You got to know how to do something.
What the fuck did I have to do to make my motherfucking millions? What the fuck did I have to do to goddamn buy this shit? What the fuck did I have to do? I had to figure it the fuck out. And I'm not giving you no motherfucking leeway because you can learn just like I can. You can read just like I can. You can get on YouTube and motherfucking goddamn learn some shit just like I can. You graduated high school the same goddamn year I did. If I can figure it out, you can too.
As long as you're being that crutch for her for 10 years, she's not going to do that. The moment you're not that crutch, she has to stand on her own two legs.
That's her fault that she thought I was a crutch. I was just being a man. You mean to tell me it's my fault that you lazy as fuck? It's my fault that your ass can't make no money? It's my fault that you're not a hustler. It's my fault that you lack personal integrity. It's my fault that you lack fortitude. It's my fault that you ain't a grinder. No, it's my fault. No, that's bullshit. It is not my fault your ass brown.
Yep. Women aren't emotionally intelligent. They're just emotional. You know what I'm saying? And I think that I got some examples. Giving a man a silent treatment because you don't like something he did. That's not emotionally intelligent, right? Being mad at a man because you miss him. That's not emotionally intelligent. Having a problem with a man and waiting to express it until he expresses a problem to you. Like a fucking draw for and Uno. That's not emotionally intelligent, bro. Catastrophizing every issue that a man bring you because you scared that he finna break up with you. That's not emotionally intelligent. Falling out with your friends because y'all been locked in for forever, and y'all been locked in for forever, and she ain't come to your birthday dinner. Now y'all not friends no more.
Bingo, right on the money. And that's what the past few generations got wrong in a big way. For the longest time, women were basically assigned traits in media that they didn't possess. Chicks the size of a twig-flipping wrestlers, being captains of spaceships, and whatever other stupid thing you could think of. Back in the day, women were not seen as emotionally intelligent or capable of making up their minds, which was founded in truth. So everyone ran relatively smoothly. Now, they view themselves as a beacon of understanding, not having to learn to understand, to fight to overcome, to be feminine, to be female. Which is why we're still stuck having to listen to an analysis about icks.
I can't do it anymore.
National Geographic claims that the ick feeling is related to a biological primal instinct. In several primate species, including humans, adult females are more sensitive to grossness than males, according to a scientific dive by Nat Geo.
And now, the History Channel presents...
For instance, female gray mouse lemurs and Japanese macaques are more likely than males to turn up their noses at contaminated food, while female western lowland gorillas and olive baboons tend to avoid fellow animals with skin infections, the report noted.
And.
This cautiousness then leads to a lower incidence of infectious disease in females, according to scientists. Cecil Sarabian, a cognitive ecologist at the Institute for Advanced Study in Toulouse, France, told Nat Geo that there's a protective power to the yuck.
What the hell are you talking about?
She suggested that females' pickiness about what they eat and who they expose themselves to may be one of the reasons female primates live longer than males. Elizabeth Ann Brown, a National Geographic contributing writer based in Denmark, commented on the findings. Scientists don't know why lots of female animals, including humans, are more easily grossed out than males, she told Fox News Digital.
Grasping at straws.
But yuck acts like an advanced guard for our immune system, limiting our exposure to things that could make us sick, like parasites and bacteria. Disgust plays an important role in mate selection for primates, Brown said, as females of some species will absolutely shut down prospective suitors who have symptoms of STDs. If the resident male in a troop of western lowland gorillas develops pale blotches on his face, a symptom of infection with treponema, the same contagious bacteria that causes syphilis in humans, some females will fully abandon the troop and search for an uninfected male, she said. What in the actual hell are you talking about, Angelica? And what is going on at National Geographic? Did they leave cans of paint open at the warehouse? Is there a gas leak? There's got to be a gas leak. Where is any of this even coming from? Ladies, a lot of these women are getting sick after their husbands lose a family member. You yourself listed examples like running after ping pong balls and saying thank you to the damn waiter. We're not talking about obesity or skin issues. Those have biological reasons for existing. That's not the problem, and anyone with a third-grade education knows this. You're missing the only detail that matters. Women are objectively incapable of solving or interpreting simple problems. And for feminists, it gets worse every decade.
Why is there a Tesla here? Bro, there's an electric car.
Bro, do they not understand? Do they not understand? It's electric. They can't put petrol in it.
Look, you've got an electric car, mate.
That's how you can tell that it's a rental. They don't actually understand that it's electric. They don't take petrol.
Mate, what's she honestly doing? Mate, I reckon that you should go. I reckon that you should go out and try help her. Go. Fair play, to be fair. Look, all these cars are waiting, yeah.
Women.
You wanna go? Fine. But don't come back. Ever. I'm not playing with you. Don't come back ever.
I'm not.
Don't text me. Don't call me. Don't tell me you miss me. I don't want to hear none of that. Where are you going?
Bro, you just said on
Stop. It's not fucking funny. It's not fucking funny to me.
I don't need to call back. You over there looking like you about to cry. Stop. You over back. Stop. What are you doing?
Stop. Stop. That's funny.
Why are you crying?
Where are you going?
Stop crying.
Where are you going?
Please stop
Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go?
I'm going back to Dallas.
Why are you going back to Dallas? We made plans together. Where are you going?
Stop.
wanna break up with me over fucking message? Why are you being like this? We just had a good day today.
Stop crying. Stop. Oh, I gotta go. I got my flight.
Stop.
Can you please stop crying?
Ridiculous, bro. You're not fucking going nowhere. You're not going nowhere. I don't care what you guys say. You're not going anywhere. You're gonna stay here. I don't know what it's getting into you, but you can just talk about it. You don't gotta break up with me. We don't wanna break up. What is
there to talk about? I just told you.
You don't wanna be with me. That's what you're saying.
No, not anymore.
You don't wanna be with me.
No.
Everything we talked about. You put all this shit in my head. You made me just think we're gonna be there first in our life, and you wanna up and leave.
I don't. Stop. But can you stop crying, please?
And this is the simple reality you keep ignoring. Men are checked out. No games, no dates, no hustle is over, and it'll stay that way as long as it needs to.
Crazy, man.
These female gorillas take the ick so seriously that they basically skip town and start a new life. In analyzing Japanese macaques, Sarabian noted that the females would wipe off any leaf litter from their acorns before eating them, while the males were more likely to gobble the food down having barely looked at it.
Cool.
She added, "Unfortunately, the only dating advice we can take from our primate cousins is to be cautious about STDs. Always a good policy." Dr. Kira Bobinet, a California behavioral neuroscientist and author of Unstoppable Brain, broke down what happens in the brain when someone feels disgusted. Anything we are averse to, that we want to avoid, or that we shrink back from, including the ick, is controlled by this area of the brain, called the habenula, she told Fox News Digital. The habenula is a central part of the brain that's involved in various important functions, including motivation and decision-making, according to the expert.
They have not one brain among them.
This area, when activated, kills our motivation to try, says Bobinet. This area of your brain is scouting for anything that's not going to work out for you, she said. It has a negativity bias. The expert encouraged those who get the ick to try shifting the perception of the situation. Bobinet also agreed that women are biologically more prone to having self-awareness of icky feelings, as they are made to make babies.
I don't believe you'd like to think.
She said, "We have to be very sensitive to our environment because we have to protect the baby from fumes, from danger, from all these things." The ick gets taken to an extreme on social media, according to Bobinet, and you can get really narrowed down and too picky.
They're afraid.
This can interfere with dating, the expert suggested, as criteria for a partner become unrealistic.
Really? Oh, really?
M. David Rudd, Ph.D., distinguished professor of psychology at the University of Memphis, said there are undoubtedly evolutionary reasons for disgust across genders. But it's important to always factor into today's phenomenon the issue of social learning and related reinforcement driven by the broad and unparalleled reach of social media, he told Fox News Digital. Rudd noted that social media creators are also motivated by attention and financial gain, which can move along trends more than any meaningful evolutionary purpose.
Say that again.
Those most vulnerable to mimicking social media behavior are often those most in need of the central motivators to begin with, attention being the central one, quickly followed by money, he said. Extrapolating and interpreting evolutionary benefits in this context is likely to lead to considerably high error rates. Okay, see, none of this matters. Thanks for the irrelevant biology lesson. But none of this matters except to the social media-driven mass hysteria you highlighted at the end there. You're right, women have a biological compass, but by your own admission, feminism acts like a magnet making everything screwy. You spent all of that time talking about the wonders of female function, only at the end tell us what really matters. They'll continue to implode as long as they abandon masculinity. That part is really the only thing we needed to hear.
I think as girls, we don't want to necessarily hurt each other's feelings. If I were to ask a random woman on the street, and I'm wearing a butt ugly dress, I said, does this look cute? She's gonna say yes, because she doesn't want to tear down my self-confidence, even though it's not necessarily the truth. But a man is more likely to tell me straight up, that dress is ugly. That's how I feel.
Why do women basically give up or become distant with a guy when he struggles financially? So this is based on experience of mine as well. I was married a few years back, and everything was going really well. The relationship was awesome, and then I ended up losing my job, and decided to make a career change. So money wasn't coming in as steadily as before. I couldn't get her the things that she wanted or take her out as much as we did before. And it eventually got to a point where she was distancing herself from me and kind of pushed away from the relationship and ended up in a divorce. She left. You know, I took it very seriously as far as getting through the good times and the bad, and obviously she didn't.
You can get addicted to peace, and you can also get addicted to chaos. So the desire for something more shocking, more stunning grows because you're developing a habit of needing that shot, if you will.
And that's why we're walking away. And if you made it to the end of this video, I want to say I appreciate you. So don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment to have a chance to win, and hit that sub button for daily videos. And if you could take a quick second, subscribe to the second channel, Man Guide Reacts. Link is down below in the description so we can be sure that our message will keep on reaching the new men out there. I appreciate all the support, y'all, and I want to wish you all tremendous success.